Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Sunday League Pundits. It is the boys. Over there, we got Greg.
What's up?
Got Waz beside him.
Hola, amigo.
Big man Brett.
Shabbat
I'm
shalom.
going to call you Jack Black for this entire episode.
Shut up.
Everybody's calling him Jack Black.
And,
Yeah.
and I am Liam. I'm finally
The thick ginge
making my appearance here.
It's like, are you back or are you here now?
I'm
Like,
back, baby. I didn't go nowhere. I'm back, baby. But yes, if you are new to the Sunday League Pundits and the 90th minute in general, you haven't seen my beautiful face yet. I am back. I was away.
or hear your beautiful voice.
I was away in Scotland for a full month visiting family and stuff, but I'm back. The football's back. The boys are back together.
The boys are back. The boys are back.
Jack Black, baby.
Oh my god, man.
Camp Rock.
The amount of times that I've gotten
It's
Jack
School
Black.
Rock.
School of Rock.
Yeah.
School of
Did you
Rock.
say Camp
I
Rock?
can picture this man on Camp Rock.
Me?
tell me he could be
I
like-
look like Demi Lovato?
You could be like the cool counselor guy. Let's play some drums, everybody. Woo.
I worked at a summer camp. Yeah.
Bro,
I
this
could
guy's
do
a
that.
side character in Camp Rock, if anything.
I'm a side character? You don't think I'm a main
You're
character?
not Joe Jonas.
Oh my
Come
god.
on,
You're
man.
telling me I couldn't be a Jonas brother, dog?
Frankie.
Yeah.
Frankie? I have the same hair as Frankie.
Wow, what a start to a footballing-related podcast.
But yeah,
Nice.
I mean, if you are new to the next minute in general, make sure you are subscribed, hit like on this video, and if you're listening on those audio apps, baby, we
Make
love
sure
you.
to share.
We love you. The Spotify, Apple,
Yeah.
all the good places like that.
So we're recording this after City versus Newcastle, so this will be out hopefully before Liverpool versus United,
Yes,
which are kind of predictions, right?
we can
But-
100%. But yeah, welcome to a review show. We are gonna break down the Premier League and the
And-
other big
And
leagues around
at
the
the
world.
end of the podcast, we will discuss some of the Sunday League stories that you guys sent us through Instagram, Twitter. So if you have any Sunday League stories, DM us on Twitter, Instagram, and we'll read them on the next podcast.
Make
Yeah,
sure
we
you
love-
are
we love
following
sharing
on
them.
all the social media. Links are in the description. Now, boys,
Some guy sent me a movie, I swear to God.
a movie.
I didn't read it full, but I saw there's a couple paragraphs, man.
Oh yeah, that was the one I was going to read too. There's
Well,
it,
I
it actually
I love it. Like, it's
I'm
great.
excited, honestly. And we love that you guys are getting involved with the channel, with the podcast, stuff like that. We hope you have enjoyed the new 90th minute, the new podcasts, everything's going on. We hope you're enjoying it because you know
And
what? We are excited about
We were
it.
back live on Twitch again for the
Yes.
Newcastle Man City game. And so make sure
And
to
if this comes out, like Juan says, before Liverpool versus Manchester United, we will be live for that one as well.
the 90th minute official.
Twitch.tv/ the 90th minute official. Now, let's start, I think, with the game that just concluded.
Yeah.
Newcastle versus Manchester City. Bit of an upset on the cards there, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Man City dropped points for the first time this season, and boy, were Newcastle good for it.
Man City started off really strong. Gundogan got an early goal. I think it was like the 6th minute or whatever.
What?
Don't even talk
We
shit.
know what he's going to be saying.
What?
He says Gundogan's better than Iniesta.
Oh, yeah.
no,
that's
he's around the same level, man.
Fuck off.
I found a Twitter thread about it.
That's what-
see,
Yeah,
there it is. Yeah,
we
we, all of us.
knew you were not writing.
Yeah, that was all just copy and paste, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, like Greg said, Ilkay Gundogan did open the scoring 5 minutes in for City. They were all over Newcastle the first dozen minutes, let's say. Then it changed. There was a bit of a change in the match. Ruben Diaz had to come on for Nathan Ake, who was injured.
Yep.
Of course, Ruben Diaz was not at 100% himself. And when the match, before it kicked off, we looked at the starting lineups and we all said,
Wait.
John Stones and Nathan Ake.
Well, that's
I'm
what you
not too
said.
confident about
You
that
said
center
that
back
literally the whole 11 for Manchester
It's
City
great.
showing. It's like it's great, and then you're just like the two center backs. It's like, I mean, those aren't their two starting
No,
center
they're
backs if
not.
they're fully fit.
But
So,
they
fair
stand
enough.
out as not Man City's best kind of thing. And I thought with Ake and Stones, Newcastle could take advantage. It actually wasn't until Ruben Diaz came on, who is a much better center back, but not fully fit, that the game started to swing in Newcastle's favor. Because 7 minutes after that change was made, big man, Miguel Almiron, that guy, there we go,
There we
touching
go.
tips. Miguel Almiron, he comes and he scores himself a goal. Bit of a scrappy goal, but it was a goal.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, VAR took a look, see if he was offside, anything. It was a
I
goal.
thought it went off his schlong.
Schlong.
It went off his stomach. It
Al,
wasn't his-
I was happy to see him
Miguel
score.
Almiron
Yeah.
Schlong.
Yeah, I like Miguel Almiron. I feel like he's been kind of fallen back
He-
or fall victim.
He hasn't lived up to the expectation or the potential that he had coming through the ranks, kind of
Yeah.
thing. But he's established himself as a solid and consistent Premier League winger. He's not going to light the world on fire.
The
but
thing is, I still think Newcastle could do with another winger, and they bring someone in and force them to actually fight it out to see who can actually get a starting spot there.
Yeah, well, you really saw it too after Callum Wilson came off. There was no counterattack after that, and there was just no way. After Callum Wilson came off, everybody, it just really felt
apart.
like it was either going to be a draw or City was winning.
Well, and that's where, for me, I'm a big fan of Newcastle's starting 11, but I think the depth starts to drop down, and hopefully they can start bringing some more.
Let's talk about that
players
depth
in.
that they had. So their bench started at the start of the game. Their bench was Martin Dubravka, so backup keeper, Elliot Anderson, who is a 19-year-old Scottish midfielder,
Mhm.
Ryan Fraser, you had Jamal Lascelles, Emil Kraft, Jacob Murphy, Sean Longstaff, Matt Ritchie, and Chris Wood.
It's not
It
bad,
screams
but
mid-low table.
But when
Mid-low table.
but when Newcastle is now the team that's trying to fight for a European
Yeah.
spot, it could be
It's
a
not
lot
good
better.
enough. It's
Do you
not
know
good.
what Jack Grealish said about Almiron last season?
Give it to me.
This is based on Bernardo Silva's performance last season against Aston Villa. Grealish said this: "Take Mahrez off the pitch as soon as possible. He's playing like Almiron
Well,
last season."
Mahrez did not even
Wow.
make an appearance in this game because, other than the injury, Pep Guardiola goes, I need 5 substitutes, but I don't use a single one.
Yeah.
Fuck off,
Yeah.
Pep, you baldy locks.
We actually Premier League, of
Fucking
course,
hate that
has
guy.
5 subs now, and
Because he was the one
they
that was
still-
screaming the loudest. Him
Yeah.
and
Klopp.
Jurgen, the pitch is dry, Klopp. Fuck that guy. I love Jurgen, but sometimes I go, Jurgen, you're not doing yourself any favor. But then again, he plays the game of chess so perfectly because we're still sitting here talking about Jurgen Klopp's pitch was dry and not the fact that Liverpool were shit.
Yeah. Shocking.
Anyways, we'll get back to that. But so, like you mentioned, Callum Wilson had a great first half. I think he held the ball up well. He was creating counterattacks. He does get himself a goal in the 39th
Not
minute.
Ederson probably could have done a little better, but it was a good finish.
Yes, Ederson probably could have done something else, but like I said, good finish. 2-1. Newcastle go into the break in the lead. Great scenes. Man, do they come out good as well.
Yeah.
54th minute.
Free kick.
Kieran Trippier. The man steps up and we all said it. This is perfect territory for him. You know how good he is on a set piece. And he makes absolutely no mistakes.
It is a perfect free
He
kick.
goes a bit ballsy. He puts it at Ederson's goalkeeper side, which should never get beat on that side. But it's perfectly placed into side netting of the net. It was a great finish.
But Ederson made his first step the other way.
He does.
Yeah, he
goes
thought
to
he
the
was
left,
going
yeah.
to shoot
Yeah.
it to his far side.
And
but,
he got caught
He
in his
got
own
beat,
game.
yeah, he did. And we talked about this during the stream.
and that's
where-
and that's more of why it's a perfect free kick, because a
Mhm.
lot of keepers will do that now.
Yeah.
So where they'll
Kinda-
take that
kinda
step
bite
just to
you.
get there first, and then so it's hard to get back.
But we talked about it on stream where I said, we look at Nick Pope, who is at Burnley. We look at Ramsdale, who is at Bournemouth. When you're at a club down low like that, you're making 7, 8, 9, 10 saves a match. Whereas Ederson might go 90 minutes, make 1 or 2 stops.
Yeah.
So as great as he is, as top as him and Allison and De Gea even, all
No,
those top
no.
goalkeepers.
Please do not put the hand in the
Well,
conversation.
De
Gea's coming, don't worry.
He's kind of
Enough.
yeah. He's fell off
But you
that.
put those top, Mendy today, Edward Mendy from
was
Chelsea.
shite.
And he's
Yeah.
been shocking.
You
has
put
been all
these keepers in such a high realm and a high tier because of how great they are for these teams, but they're not called upon a million times. And you know what? They have such a great back line and midfield in front of them that help them look even better. So you know what? Give full credit to Nick Pope and keepers like that to keep their teams in the game
Well,
sometimes.
Nick
at-
Pope was a great signing by Newcastle.
was.
Yeah.
honestly.
Well, look at Dean Henderson too, and he was
Yep.
now at
I think a couple of
Forest.
years ago. I mean, you can look at like Fabianski as well.
Yeah.
For a
Yeah.
number
Yeah.
of seasons there. There's a few other keepers throughout the years.
And yeah,
Even Newcastle's backup, Martin Dubravka, he was
Yeah.
really good
Good
last
keeper.
season,
Yeah.
yeah,
But so I said it's 3-1 Newcastle. They are in dreamland. The Toon Army are just
And
having a
hopefully,
day.
El Cashico in the Cashico Derby in the Premier
It
League
is,
now.
it's El Cashico.
Newcastle City.
Yeah,
maybe
I guess so.
This is gonna be a game to look forward to for years to come. So
It after the hour mark though, it falls apart for Newcastle.
well, I mean, Man City basically found a way to take control, right?
All Newcastle had so many chances. St. Maximin was very
I
good.
can already see it. I can see the dressing room speech from Pep Guardiola halftime. You guys are making too many mistakes. Fix it. Fix it.
You're gonna come, you're gonna go back, you're gonna come, you're gonna go back.
They want to be like you.
It's not bad. I can see that.
Do you know when Pep gets
You
really
the press, you the press.
it's very aggressive.
Kick something.
then you
Because you remember that All or Nothing when
Man
City
City
had it. It's just the difference between Pep and press conferences and the dressing room is wild. When he's in the press conference, he's like, "It was a good game." So good.
And then
So,
he goes
so
to the
good.
dressing room and he's like, he's here! You're going to be here! You go over here! The ball's over here! You're standing right here! You can't go anywhere else! Yeah, no. for
Vamos!
sure. Yeah.
Pep,
Full Spanish
Pep,
comes
what were your
in.
thoughts?
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on Kevin De Bruyne? He was so good. With the great pass.
And I mean,
Well,
Kevin De Bruyne had a couple.
Erling Haaland
fantastic
did
assists.
score the goal to make it 3-2. That is there.
Suck it, Holland.
I don't like the way you say
He's
his
making
name.
a lot of money. He just scored the Premier League, and you got the tattoo.
When you say Holland, I think the Netherlands.
Holland?
That's the point. That's the name. Holland. Well,
Haaland.
I don't, because it's
Haaland.
not a long A.
Yeah,
Holland.
yeah.
It's Holland.
Anyways.
He
Holland.
just scored though. It was a good goal by Erling.
Yeah, and it's good to see him actually scoring from the get-go in the Prem. It's not taking him a while to get used to
But
it.
4 minutes later
Darwin
was
Núñez.
my goal of the game. Bernardo Silva scores on what is a sublime line-breaking pass from Kevin De Bruyne. The vision and just not even the vision, but the ability to perfectly weight that pass through the lines onto Bernardo's foot. Slots
It's just
it
what he
home.
does. He's so good at it.
It's money from him. He's clinical. It is 3-3. It's a hell of a game. Big talking point then. 10 minutes after that goal goes in, Kieran Trippier is shown a straight red card for a tackle on Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne is on not a breakaway, but they're on a counter attack. There are defenders behind Kieran Trippier.
He is trying to take him out just to stop the play.
100%. It was a professional foul. Referee gives him a straight red. Immediately, we were all going, no way, that's not a red. It's a yellow. VAR takes a look. It looks like maybe the tackle's up high on the knee. It's not. The contact's further down the leg. VAR does switch that red card into a yellow card. Trippier stays on the field, and the game goes on to finish 3-3.
So my question in that space, and obviously Trippier wasn't in this position, but in the future there probably will be positions like this. But if there's a player already on a yellow, well, I guess it doesn't really matter in this case. But if a player already has a yellow,
Yep.
and they make a move like that, say Trippier already had the yellow, would he have been shown? Do you think they would have just given him the
Second
yellow and just get out of here, or would they have
Possibly.
gone straight red, then been able to review it? But either way, I guess
He's
he would have
off,
been out.
No,
I mean-
because it was 100% a yellow. If he was
Yes.
already on
Yeah,
a yellow,
yeah.
he's gone.
Yeah, but the thing is that if he's given a second yellow and he goes to the red, it can't be reviewed by VAR, and that's
Oh, that's a
that's
good
what
point,
my
yeah.
issue would
I
have
see.
been.
I see what you're saying.
But if he was on the first yellow and he makes that tackle and it goes to a straight red, then they can review
Yes,
it, right?
yeah.
So I mean, either way, he would have been out if it was a straight red
But
or
it
a
would have
yellow.
been dependent on the severity. Oh, it could have been appealed after the match.
Right.
It could have been rescinded. Yeah.
And also doesn't go against the total season yellow card.
Yes,
count
yeah,
too, right?
yeah.
So.
That's a good point to bring up, though. It's interesting. VAR is interesting still because we're not still learning it, but we're still getting used to it in a sense where it's like, okay, what is allowed to be reviewed, what isn't, what are these clubs willing to chance in a sense of, do you make that tackle if you are on that yellow and
Yeah.
you even if you're on a yellow and you make a clean tackle, but the risk is there that maybe the VAR catches something,
But even then, I guess so if it's a serious call. But even if you're on the yellow, just in general, and you're making tackles like that, I mean, that's the point of having a yellow. But
Yeah.
I guess I'm more trying to lean towards the fact that if VAR couldn't come in and be, okay, that's a yellow card, but they can come in and say that's a red card. So in that case, I guess they would try and stay out of that.
It's a weird
Yeah.
situation to think of when you actually do.
Are
it
we
like
good
that.
to move on from this match?
Please, yeah.
So I have a question for you, Brett.
Okay.
Jack Black, Dwayne The Rock Johnson,
Okay.
McDonald's,
Huh?
and Leeds United.
Oh god.
What do they have in common?
America, baby.
Yeah, America baby.
USA, USA.
America baby has
They
they took a shit on the constabulary floor of London. They said, "Listen, London, America baby," took a shit on them right at the doorstep.
Right on
Love
the
it.
doorstep.
They really
Leeds
did,
United
honestly. They-
smack Chelsea 3-0. I don't understand. I did not get to watch much of this
Well,
game.
It's
I
funny,
did not.
It's funny because I watched the first half of West Ham Brighton, and I was like, I come back and I go once the second half starts. I'm like, let's just go over to Leeds Chelsea.
Hmm.
I'm like, it's 2-0 Leeds.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on?
Mm-hmm.
And like, Leeds were the better team.
My dad was watching. He said that Dan James was absolutely unplayable that first half.
Am I
Really?
surprised?
His runs in
Nope.
behind was just attacking that Chelsea backline and just they couldn't keep up with him kind of thing.
He's actually.
I said that to both of you that Dan James could still be at Manchester. You went, no, he's not good enough for United.
I don't like him.
Dan James.
Dan James is shite.
He's fast,
He'd
but
start for United tomorrow.
Aside from
No, he can't.
he's
If
I would
Dan
say-
James at
I
United,
don't
he
know.
would start tomorrow.
But he wouldn't do anything aside from
no.
pace. He has no real end product.
Yeah,
You're telling me you would
exactly.
put him on the left wing and Sancho on the right wing?
Yeah,
Oh.
no, 100% not.
Dan James would start tomorrow
No.
against Trent.
it
People
depends.
say I
Fucking
have
run.
bad
It
takes.
depends, but
Is Trent
I
running
still don't- I
behind
wouldn't
because
say
Trent's
so.
fucking playing right winger at this point?
Yeah, exactly. No, absolutely not. Like, he's not better again. Well, we literally saw it. Like, he got outplayed by an out of form Marcus Rashford. So how is he going?
I think
Marcus
he was-
Rashford's
I mean, I
been out
think
of
United
form for a while.
got good bit. Like, what would you sell him for? Like 30 something.
we got a good chunk of money. I think it was 30 or something like that. But he went to Leeds.
The scoring does get opened by an American, Brendan Aronson. Did anyone see the goals? I didn't see the
No,
goals.
I missed
No.
them. I missed most of them.
Rodrigo scored the second goal. I know you would talk about Rodrigo having a good start to the season.
He's
Yeah.
because when he came in, like, for Leeds' first season when they got promoted, he was like their big money signing, and he was supposed to really take the Premier League by storm,
Mhm.
and he just didn't. He was shocking, honestly. But
This
under
season-
Jesse Marsch, he's having a great start.
4 goals, 1 assist in 3 matches. He got 60% shot accuracy, 70% pass accuracy. He's actually been involved in the build-up
He's
play as
been
well.
fantastic, and his partner. Well, I mean, I know he's on the wing, but Jack Harrison has been.
He does score the third
Fantastic.
goal to
He
make it
scored
3-0.
And he's got like 3 assists as well already too.
Take a look at big old Jackie Boy Harrison. Let's see. In the Premier League, he's got 1 goal and 3 assists. You are
It's
correct.
like they're scoring goals, and one of the
Not
problems we
conceding.
talked about Leeds, they're not
They're not
before.
conceding.
They're not actually conceding that too.
Oh.
Back
badly.
line of Leeds was
They
left
did-
back was Pascal Struijk,
Strike.
and you got Diego Lorente, you got Robin Koch and Rasmus Christensen.
And they're still getting hit by injuries, like Luke Ayling,
Yeah,
Stuart
and then
Dallas. They're all
They have
injured.
2, I think, very underrated CDMs in Tyler Adams and Mark Rocca. What a signing,
Lopez.
Mark Rocca.
Yeah.
What a signing.
Yeah.
Who would have thought of him?
They were
Well, lie. Those are signings United should be making, but we'll talk about Man.
like
You'll buy him in 2 years for $85 million.
like because I didn't watch the first half, but I watched the second half. And according to the commentators, Tyler Adams was just rocking the midfield.
He's good.
Like he was just absolutely rocking.
I'm excited to see more of him in the Prem. I think he can really become a very interesting player in the Prem. American as well, obviously. But I was scrolling through Instagram after, and just this beautiful shot of Jesse Marsch just ripping a stoke. Actually, I think
He's
that's
like a
yoink.
cigar.
No,
So-
I think that's a yoink.
I think that's a little cigar. We're gonna give the benefit of the doubt. It's a Colt cigar.
But I mean, you said last year when Jesse Marsch was appointed, and you said this is a lose-lose situation for Jesse Marsch.
I said it's either it can go one of two ways. You either fucks it and gets relegated, and he'll be deemed the worst appointment ever,
Mhm.
and his career in terms of big club will be just over,
Mhm.
Or if he can keep him up, he's got such high criticism, such high opinions against him that he has to finish in top 10 almost to win those Leeds fans over.
Look at what's happening.
I've seen a lot of predictions. A lot of people have Leeds very low. Like they, of course, where they finished last year. I've seen some have them relegated, but
Laws had them twice.
Yeah, true. But they're right now. They're proving people wrong. They're doing great. And we're 3 games in, but
I gotta say, Leeds. I think what's exciting about Leeds is their bench. Joe Gelhardt, he's a 20-year-old English attacker. You got Sam Greenwood, 20-year-old English attacker, and you got Luis Sinisterra, a 23-year-old Colombian attacker.
Sinisterra is interesting.
It is young, and Gelhardt was good last season when he was making his
they
debuts.
have these players because they're injuries.
But
and that's the thing.
Those players are going to push for first-team football because they're actually exciting and good players.
Well, Patrick Bamford just keeps getting injured, which it sucks considering how good of a first season he had in the Premier League. And so we'll see what happens with him.
There's good talent on that.
It's hard for him. It's actually hard for him to get back into that lineup unless they put Rodrigo back into like midfield, which I think they were doing with Bamford up front. But
let's talk about Chelsea though. So that's two results in a row. Not very good for Chelsea.
No, not at all.
Well, the thing with the Spurs game, we talked about it, but they were the better team. They deserved to win that game.
Sure, but they didn't.
Like you said. But this game, they actually just
cheeks.
Was that David De Gea playing or Edouard Mendy? I can't tell. They play similar to like
the 2-2 draw versus Spurs. Chelsea, like I said, were dominant. They let Spurs back in. Yes, you can say refereeing, especially in that second goal from Spurs. But Chelsea let Spurs back in that game. They should have shut up shop. They had the advantage, 2-1. See it out. Defend well. Just sit there. Stop. No. Arrête. Please. Fucking today, though, Kula Daddy. The fuck was he on, man?
Yeah, he goes. Boy, okay, so he scores a banger against
fucking
Spurs,
better than Didier,
and then gets a red. Like I missed I missed some parts of this game.
I got some Granit Xhaka type shit.
He got his first yellow in the 9th minute, and the second yellow in the 84th.
I just don't know why would he even do that at that
tackle, the 84th minute. There was no need.
He was just
for
trying to get away with it. Like Gelhardt's going forward on a 1-2, and he just
ran him over.
It's like, what's the point of that?
Like, I don't know, but
why get a red card? You know you're on a yellow or lack of judgment.
So that moves into now the Chelsea back three today was I keep saying Koulibaly. It's Koulibaly, Thiago Silva, and Reece James was playing as center back.
What?
No, they played like a 4-back.
Did they play a 4-back with Cucurella?
Yeah, okay, Cucurella was left back.
Cucurella. Mozzarella.
Damn.
But I'm reading off
I'm pretty sure they were like a 4-back. They changed some things around.
They have it here as a 3-5-2 with James as a center back, Cucurella as a left back.
Unless Reece James, maybe they changed it second half. I guess they could.
So on the bench defensively, they have Trevor Chalobah. You got Azpilicueta, Ben Chilwell. I guess technically Ethan Ampadu. Technically. I wouldn't really consider him a defender, but you know what? He's there.
Is something wrong with Chalobah?
I don't know. What does he have to do to get a game?
I love Chalobah.
I don't know. I don't understand.
I mean, I have seen some, like, sometimes he can get a little bit out of his head, but I think that's what you sometimes especially need from
trying to get ahead of Koulibaly. You're not going to get ahead of Koulibaly. Sure. And then Thiago Silva is just a very experienced defender.
But, I mean, you still, like, they're not going to play 90 minutes every single game. And Chalobah's still not.
Well, we have
getting time, but
League Cup action coming up. Carabao Cup action.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, what? Wait, what?
I just got this headline. I'm sorry. Kylian Mbappe scored against Lille in 8 seconds. The owner of PSG has scored a goal. Anyways, we're gonna keep going here because we're on a good run here. We're on a good run. I'm sorry to derail
Chelsea,
this. So
Chelsea's still missing a goal scorer.
100% they are. 100% they are.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what?
It sounds like Pulisic is gonna be.
I was all good.
Going to United? Maybe?
What up, son?
I was all good with Lukaku leaving.
You know what they should do? Pulisic should go to Leeds on loan.
Why would they sell Timo Werner.
Also, I mean,
I think Timo Werner could do a job still. I like.
well, the thing
Timo
is,
Werner.
I saw a Chelsea supporter on TikTok, and he was saying, because he was responding to another TikToker. TikToker's like, "Oh, well, do Chelsea supporters have a weird relationship with Timo Werner?" And the guy's like, "No, we actually like Timo Werner. He worked hard for the club, and
He
that's
did.
all we asked from him is just Timo Werner worked hard for the club. He was important, especially in the Champions League run.
Yes.
He scored a couple goals. He made an important run in the final to lead to the goal. So Timo Werner was huge for Chelsea aside, but he just couldn't consistently score.
He a Tuchel signing?
No,
I didn't think
No, he's a
no,
Lampard
but
signing.
the thing is, Timo Werner was still utilized well at Chelsea. He was still able to
Yeah.
perform, and like I said, a lot of footballing fans only care if you work hard, you'll be praised.
Yeah.
Daisen Maeda. Man just likes to run.
Yeah,
Fuck, he likes to run.
Lukaku, for
Holy
example,
shit, that man. I've never seen a man run so much in my life.
Lukaku, as soon as things started getting difficult for him, he's like, "I'm
He
gone."
gave up. He
Well,
gave up.
look at Paul Pogba, man.
Yeah.
I will never. I was always a supporter
And
of
now,
Paul Pogba.
now that's kind of the reason why I've been kind of anti-Ronaldo recently, because it does seem like because things are getting challenging at United, he's like, I'm out of here. I can't handle a challenge. But that's just me.
He's got his own
But-
selfish personal
yeah,
reasons
but
of I'm
then
37.
again, Lukaku, I was watching him for Inter. He was playing very well for Inter. I don't know what's with him and Martinez, but they play
It's
very well
not
together.
Martinez. It's Serie A.
I don't know. No, man.
It's
No,
Serie A.
no, man.
City
No,
is
it's
fantastic.
it's
man.
actually really intense, and I was watching it.
You don't watch City A.
I can see that Lukaku can put numbers up in the big fish in the small pond.
Oh.
Comes to the big boys league, he can't do shit.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. I 100% believe that. Lukaku looks good in a weaker league.
I don't know.
There's more bigger clubs in the City A than there are in the Prem.
I'm sorry.
Bigger clubs, like
I'm
the
sorry?
big clubs.
Are you talking like Juve, AC Milan,
Inter,
Inter,
there you
Roma,
go.
Napoli?
Okay.
I mean, I think it's the same amount as
Lazio.
Spurs. I don't know. I think it's the same amount as the Premier League.
But really,
There's
realistically,
the big six. There's United, City, Liverpool, Tottenham, Arsenal.
Take United out there.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Fulham,
And
Fulham baby, biggest club in London.
the thing is, all those teams that you named in the City A are better than Leicester.
Leicester?
And Leicester,
Leicester this year.
but Leicester is considered a big club.
Are they bigger than Newcastle?
Yeah, there you go.
No, I
Not
genuinely-
money-wise.
Interesting comparison.
I genuinely think Lukaku looks good in the weaker league.
It's not a weaker league.
Of course, it's a weaker league.
I mean,
when was
it-
the last time a Serie A club won the Champions League?
in a sense, it is, but it's not like a giant margin. You know, it's
Yeah.
but like,
Yeah, sorry, it is.
but still,
That's fair.
Lukaku,
it's
for
not as
how
strong
good he
with
is,
the league.
should be able to compete. And he did with West Brom at one point, Everton. He played well for United in the first year, but for whatever reason, I mean,
I'm not gonna fully blame Lukaku because
Yeah.
the Chelsea number 9 spot is just
it's cursed. It's
Yeah.
cursed. I mean, the last player who played well for Chelsea as a striker was Diego Costa.
Yeah, it was.
I'm pretty
But
sure.
that was only for like a year.
I think it was
2
2 years, but
years.
still, he won them titles, and that's what mattered.
Leeds are up to third in the Premier League. They are tied with Man City on points, but they are behind on 2 goals of worth of goal difference. Chelsea, they are mid-table in 12th. 4 points. They're negative 2 goal difference. They scored 3 goals all season.
And are we writing Chelsea off? Of course not.
No,
It's
no.
like it's
Fuck,
still
Liverpool
early
are
on. They
below
have a
them.
new owner. A whole bunch of crap going on with that
United.
club. They're still trying to make some signings. So it looks like Fofana will be coming in. So
These were not last though.
You're not
United's
last.
not last anymore.
I just looked at that. We went up the table.
Yeah,
United went up the table.
19.
we'll get to that,
That is,
team.
well, we move on
Anyways,
to that right
well,
now because
Fofana. So
Wesley
Fofana's
Fofana.
that'll be a great signing for Chelsea.
let's
It's
say
just a
Harry
lot of
Maguire,
money.
question mark.
And if
Let's
you can get
save-
that done right now, Fofana will
I
start for
would
Chelsea
rather
next week.
Yeah.
let's save United for a little bit later.
We're not talking about
going to
United.
Okay, I thought you guys wanted to move on.
No, West Ham,
West
Brighton.
Ham Brighton was today.
Okay.
We're going
There's
for the
a team
Sunday
under
games.
us, hey buddy.
Yeah, we got to go to that team because they.
They've had a rough start to the season. 0 points. They haven't scored a goal yet all year.
That's shocking.
That
I'm
is
shocked by
shocking.
that, to be
Haven't
honest.
scored a
Well,
goal?
No,
Not in the Premier
2-0.
League. They won their Conference League
Yes.
qualifier.
2-0 defeat to Man City, 1-0 defeat to Nottingham Forest, and a 2-0 defeat to Brighton.
But like you were saying, somebody, I think it was you, it might have been you, but somebody was mentioning on the stream of now Declan Rice is kind of showing his true colors.
I said that.
Liam said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Declan Rice was ever that good.
No, I especially not at the price tag that they're trying to
No.
get. Like I understand he's one of our boys, but it's just you see the play. You're not that much. You're a worse club from last year. I mean, last year you were a fun club to watch.
Now, so I said the biggest thing that the West Ham needed to do it if they wanted to be keeping themselves in that top 7, top 8 discussion was to sign themselves a really good goal scorer to not challenge Antonio, but to take top spot and Antonio will be backup.
Mm-hmm.
They got Scamacca, who had a good Serie A season, but he's not gonna be a Premier League. I'm not saying you're gonna go out and fucking sign Erling Haaland. That's not realistic. But there's good goal scorers out there that I think they maybe could have got someone better.
Ben Birch and Diaz, maybe.
Icardi.
Oh.
Icardi. Hey, you want to come play in London for a couple seasons?
Yeah,
gotta
West
say.
Ham.
It's a
I mean,
big
West
London
Ham,
club
they got
in
a
Europe.
nice stadium.
It's not the hardest sell in the world.
Yeah.
But they all, decided they did get Maxwell Cornet from Burnley, which I thought was a good
I
pickup.
love Cornet.
Yeah.
But you look at their. I mean, it's the same team as last year.
And Jared
Bowen is not the Jared Bowen of last year because Jared Bowen last year was just in a purple patch the entire season. He's had a good season. That's simple.
Connor Gallagher.
West Ham. No, you can't really blame them for losing to Man City. Man City's
Yeah.
Man City, but a team that they should be competing against in Newcastle did just have a good result against them. So, but
David
and
Moyes is going to be on the hot seat.
and Brighton is very good right now. So losing that game is.
To talk about Brighton, yeah, I mean goals.
But to lose to Nottingham Forest is it's a team you can't lose to.
Goals came from
unfortunately.
McAllister through a penalty at 22nd minute and Leonardo Trossard is 66th minute.
I like
Brighton.
Trossard.
But you know what?
Rangers are playing very good football right
It's
now.
system. Because you
Graham
look at
Potter
these,
has
Potter.
that going.
you look at these players. You got Danny Welbeck up top. You got Lallana,
and he's
Pascal
looking
Gross.
sick.
He signed a new deal, new contract.
Who did?
Welbeck?
I saw another TikTok. It was a Brighton TikTok actually. They're like, "Oh, we might have lost Kukurea and Basuma, but what really matters is Graham Potter's at the club."
Like,
Yeah.
exactly. Like that's 100 million worth of players just between those two right there. And
And they can
look at them.
Yeah.
They're
Still lose
still
Kukurea.
fantastic.
But
I look at as I was gonna move on. I look at this. I look at the starting 11 from Brighton, and I don't think you miss Kukurea there. You got Trossard was playing on that left wing kind of position,
Trossard, McAllister,
and Caicedo.
they're all
Caicedo is
Did you imagine with all this hype that Graham Potter's getting? Carlo Ancelotti retires from Madrid. Graham
Wow.
Potter to Madrid.
What?
That'd be,
Where did you get that from?
Such a good manager, right? Like,
that'd be
I don't think anyone at Real Madrid has ever heard of the words Graham. Who is that? Harry Potter. Like, but no,
turn him into the Galactic.
but Caicedo, 20-year-old, he's having a great season so far. He's been so good at midfield. They don't. That is the next big talent.
Brighton's just been good
Caicedo?
because their results have been 2-0 against West Ham. Their first game, then they drew Crystal Palace, right?
Brighton. So Brighton's first game was a 2-1 victory over Manchester United.
Yeah, of course.
Then
which
they
is-
drew Newcastle 0-0.
Newcastle, sorry.
And
no.
then 2-0
yes.
over West Ham.
Yeah, not.
I've always
You know
enjoyed
what?
Brighton.
It's a tough start to their season though, because next up they got Leeds. After that they play Fulham. That was a tough first 5 games, and they've so far gotten positive results over half their games. That's a good start to your season.
I love Alexis McAllister, the Argentine Scot.
Yeah, it makes no
He's-
sense.
What?
It's literally like Ben Birch and Diaz.
Imagine he actually has a good season here with Brighton, goes to the World Cup,
Yeah,
wins it.
with Argentina.
Yeah. Like that'd be scenes. McAllister with the World Cup brings it back to Scotland.
I still
don't
think
know if
Robert
We'll see,
Sanchez,
and
the
we-
Brighton goalie, should be your next goalkeeper at United. That's
He's
what
been
I
good.
think.
You're very good. Yeah.
And we've been. That's what I was talking about in the stream today. Is it's so weird because a lot of players right now are playing to try and get into that World Cup squad.
Yeah.
100%.
It's
Fun fact: in the Premier League, West Ham has never beaten Brighton. Brighton has
Brilliant.
5 wins and they've drawn 6.
interesting.
Huh. I feel like when it comes to Brighton, I'm really excited to see their future, but I'm concerned that it's going to wane and everybody's going to forget about it.
I mean, if Brighton can finish mid-table, they will be happy with that.
Yeah.
Last season, where did they finish last season?
Brighton?
Yeah.
They were 8th or
No,
9th?
they were like mid-table.
Was it fair enough?
I'll
Then?
check.
No,
I'll check.
they were on the higher end of the mid-table.
Fair enough then, because I know they had a good season last year, but you never think of Brighton.
No,
Yeah, like-
I mean, I for 2 years in a row, I had like Brighton and like getting relegated and
Or
then
down,
really
yeah.
low, and I'm just like, they just keep
We got
proving me
ninth
wrong.
last season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were
quite
nice.
good.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
mid-table.
So if they
Yeah,
can finish
yeah,
9th
yeah.
or 8th again, man, they'll be happy with that.
Yeah.
Think about the clubs that
They-
are beating out for that top
Well,
half of the table.
West
spot.
Ham, good result. Newcastle, maybe wanted a little bit better, but they deserved better. They were actually the way better team that game. They should have won that game
Would-
because Nick Pope
Nick Pope.
actually was there. and-
Would you like to talk next about the best game on Saturday, or would you like to talk about the future Premier League winners?
Arsenal, the future Premier League winners.
Let's go to the future
That's-
Premier League
that's-
winners.
Arsenal, baby.
Nice.
Arteta's magic's working, even though it was Bournemouth who were complete shite.
Oh, Bournemouth are bad.
Oh my god!
That
Like,
team's
I
finishing
know.
I
bottom.
still love you, Scotty.
Look, I know United's pretty bad right now, but Bournemouth have been shocking. You know,
They're above you.
You're talking about teams have come. Look.
They beat a team.
Yeah, but look, Forest,
Okay, enough.
Forest, Fulham. They come to the Prem. They're like, we're here. We belong here. Bournemouth, like, you know what? We'll just go back down.
Bournemouth
Bournemouth
spent
have a win. They're like 14.
I don't give a shit. They look crap.
Bournemouth has spent 25
Are
million.
you sure they've actually scored? Because every time I've seen them play, they're
Wait, they are above you.
They won
They beat Villa 2-0.
in opening day. Don't you remember? You were watching that game. You literally were talking about like, wow, Villa is
Well, you are.
shocking.
They're having smack. I mean, that's a tough run of games
Yeah,
though for
Villa.
Bournemouth. Man City, Arsenal. Next they play Liverpool. That's a tough run of
That
games
is
for
a-
you know what,
Bournemouth.
maybe
That is a rough.
They're actually above Liverpool right now, though.
Because Bournemouth, was it Bournemouth
Liverpool, 2
or
draws.
oh no, Fulham won the championship last, right?
Yeah, he's on
Bournemouth runner-ups.
Maybe,
That's right. That's
okay,
right. No, because
maybe-
I was
maybe I'm a little harsh on them, but
I don't think Bournemouth are great. I think Bournemouth will go down, but they haven't spent the money like Fulham and Forest. Nottingham Forest has spent like 115
yeah,
A
million,
lot.
and they're still getting more. Like,
and they're good signings.
They're still they're
Morgan
trying to
Gibbs-White,
get.
too.
too much money for him, but yeah.
That was a lot.
it's a good signing though.
There's teams actually, like you were just saying, for Ben Brereton Diaz, which is he had a really good start at the championship, but he dropped off. He got
Yeah, he did,
injuries
yeah, he
and then
did.
he dropped off. So, but how do you do in the Prem for a team like that? Help out a little, because Bournemouth is issue as well. Dominic Solanke is injured now. He
Yes.
hasn't
Yes.
been playing, so
He is my one to watch.
he's
But
your one to
the
watch.
thing with Bournemouth is their strikers are it's like having Nicolas Sula up there. They're both over 6'4".
Solanke's
I actually
actually
liked-
quick.
I
Yeah,
actually liked
but
Kiefer
it's not
Moore.
Solanke.
I actually
Kiefer
liked
Moore is doing
Are
what he
you
could.
kidding me?
I liked
He's
him,
doing
actually.
what he can. He
I
can't-
thought
Right. Because after watching that was
What-
horrendous.
I mean, he has no support.
No.
He doesn't. It doesn't even matter.
Because Scott Parker, especially when he does this, Fulham will, when he was with Fulham and now Bournemouth in the Prem, it's sit back. It's Parker
Right.
ball, sit back.
Right.
And they don't do anything.
But
Marco,
he has no
I'll
speed.
talk about this.
No, he has no speed. No, not at all.
No.
I thought his touch was actually half decent.
No, absolutely not. Sorry, I did interrupt you there.
No, I'm just saying that's what they do. So, and then a team like Arsenal, they're just gonna pounce on them. I'm surprised
Yeah.
it was only 3-0.
So on the bench for
Fair.
Bournemouth, attacking changes they could have made. They had Jamal Lowe, 28-year-old Jamaican. You have Ryan Christie, who is better at kicking field goals than he is at scoring goals.
Interesting. Okay.
You got Jaden Anthony, 22-year-old English attacker. You got Sirike Dembele.
I mean, he was with Arsenal's youth academy for like 10
Who
years.
was?
Jaden
Oh,
Anthony.
Oh, was he?
So that's why he came on.
Do you know
and-
who Sirike Dembele is?
Yeah.
Karamoko Dembele's brother.
I know.
Really?
Yeah, he
We were
is.
trying to get him before
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Let's. Bournemouth made a lot of those signings last year for the championship, and a lot of those guys
Not good enough.
are like they're good championship players.
Mhm.
But can they do in the Prem? And it's seeming like I don't think so. They didn't bring in enough to help and support them.
Jefferson Lerma's had an awful start to the season too. Like,
But you know who had a very good game? Martin Odegaard.
Yeah, let's
Yes,
talk about
sir.
Arsenal because
Martin Odegaard scores 2 goals within the 5th minute and the
Brett
11th
has Odegaard in
minute.
FPL. That's
Yeah.
why he's going nuts. If you can watch that.
16 points
There you
for
go.
my FPL club.
The goal of the game, though, was big man William Saliba. Oh, what a finish, son!
He's
Bangers!
brilliant.
Straight
I
banger.
love Zinchenko's reaction to that goal.
Yeah,
It's
he's just
like-
like, he's like, I'm not doing that.
I saw the goal go and I didn't know it was Saliba who shot him. Oh, it's my must have been Odegaard. Oh fuck, it's Saliba.
Yeah,
That was a great
the
finish.
best part too is like for the last 10 minutes of the first half, the entire crowd, all the Arsenal
Yes.
fans were all just going. They were doing na 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 na
The
na
Saliba
na
chant.
na 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 na, and the Saliba.
Actually, I love that. I love that.
It's
I love
such
that.
a great
For
chant.
a good 10 minutes, and then in the second half, he scored. I was like,
You know
"Let's
what?
go!"
I'm gonna be honest. Arsenal fans deserve this right now. They
Yeah.
deserve it. They've gone
They
through
went through a rough.
a couple of transition periods.
We could talk
from
about
Arsenal.
the all or nothing because you could see the game plan in that all or nothing. He wanted
Yeah.
to get rid of the old Arsenal. The Aubameyang had to go. Lacazette
Yeah.
had
I
to
need to
go.
still watch this actually.
You haven't,
You haven't
watched
watched
it?
No, no.
Very
I haven't
good.
watched
Yeah.
the.
I've seen
I haven't
clips of
watched
it.
the
It's
last
very
few
good.
yeah.
episodes.
And honestly,
but
Mikel
it's good.
Arteta, I got a soft spot for Mikel Arteta now.
Yeah.
I always call him the B-Tech wannabe Pep. You know what? The guy's got a good vibe.
No,
to
the
him.
B-Tech Pep right now is Ten Hag. Let's be honest.
No, it's not.
It actually
That's
is.
what
I
he
think.
looks like, yeah.
I think they've got both similarities to their managing styles.
Don't call him B-Tech though,
Why?
because this man doesn't deserve a B. He's bottom, second bottom.
He's second bottom. He's second bottom.
last.
Okay,
It's because he hasn't.
Fucking-
They haven't played yet. That's why.
S tier.
Wait till they get Anthony.
Oh yeah, that's good.
S tier is good.
Let's see what Casemiro can do for United. But anyway,
Don't
it still needs to go. Gabriel Jesus, man, literally instantly just goes past like 5 players. I swear to God, makes a great pass to Odegaard, and Odegaard scores.
But
it's
how
like,
exciting is this front four?
maybe or not to Odegaard. He passed it to someone.
You
who
got
went.
Martinelli, Odegaard, Saka, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How exciting and dynamic and quick and hardworking is that front four?
You know what's crazy? Like Smith Rowe is not a part of that. They
Yeah.
have Smith Rowe, who I really like, on the bench as well.
Martinelli's one of my favorite players.
Well, you know,
of
you gotta-
all time right now.
He works hard.
You
and
have a
he's
decent
good.
bench here. You got Lakonga. All right. You got El Neni. You got Rob Holding. You got Fabio Vieira, who we haven't seen yet play for
He
Arsenal.
came back from it. He just was
Yes.
injured. His
Kieran Tierney was on the bench. Eddie Nketiah, Smith Rowe, Tomiyasu.
one thing I find weird is Ben White playing right back. I mean,
He was
it's
okay,
working,
though. He was
but
okay.
I find it a little.
I don't know, man. I don't think it's too big of a deal. I think it's like a thing you might be. If you're playing fucking FIFA, you're like, oh, why is there a center back and right back? But I think in actual football, it's okay.
I see. Saka comes back and helps out a lot
Yes, he
too,
does, yeah.
which helps that.
It's a
And then Zinchenko pushes into the
Yeah.
midfield a lot. So
Correct.
then they're kind of
Zinchenko's
just playing like
Zinchenko.
a 3-back.
Here's a question: would you rather have Ben White at left back or Luke Shaw?
Well, Ben White's playing right back.
Yeah, I
but-
mean, just in that scenario.
Would you rather have
It's-
Ben White as a
what
fullback?
Luke Shaw? Are we talking
England
England? Luke
right now,
Scoring
right
in the
now, right
Euros?
now. We're not talking about what happened 2 years ago. We're talking about right now.
scoring in the Euros
Probably Ben
final.
White.
Yeah.
Well, Ben White's just good.
Peak
He's
of
very
Luke Shaw's
good.
career. Holy shit.
I forgot about
The
that.
peak of Luke Shaw's career, scoring in the Euro final. Then it just
It literally in the first minute too,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
after that, it was just like, cool. Thanks for showing up.
Let's go, Greggy. It's your time, baby. Oh boy, Fulham, baby.
Full force.
3-2
Full force, Fulham.
victory over Brentford. One of the biggest local derbies you will have. Those two clubs fucking hate each other.
It
Man, was
great.
it good.
It was great.
It
Man,
was-
good job.
Thank
Good
you.
job. Brentford's a great team. I know this.
Yeah.
And there's only one man that can score goals for you. Mitro.
You mean the other 2 goal scorers that also scored?
No, doesn't count.
Bobby, we scored. What it was 15,
Oh, Tim
20
Reed.
seconds in or something. It was very early
Bobby
on.
Dicker
Tim
Reed.
Reed. Tim Reed scored.
No.
What the fuck did you hear Tim Reed?
Oh, never
Not even
mind.
a name. Tim
Who's
Ream is a
Tim
name.
Reed?
Oh, I got mixed up.
Bobby de Cordova Reed, the Jamaican, the Wagwan.
I like
The
that
first
for Cordova Reed.
Wagwan that was brought into the yard.
Gay Stansfield hit the crossbar for his. He almost scored on his Premier League full
Yeah.
debut, and I would have liked that. But
Mbabu came in, looked fantastic, or made
And
something happen.
Japalinha.
yup, he's been
Pereira.
insane. Pereira, I was telling Brett, like, I was very impressed with Pereira that game. He really drove the play that game, and I didn't like him the first 2 games, but he was good then.
He's the preseason Messi.
Yeah.
Brad,
And
You put on the AC Milan Atalanta game.
Oh, yes, I can. But yes.
I still think your starting 11 needs work.
Well, we have Harry Wilson and Manor Solomon both out
Coming
injured.
back, yeah.
No, they're out for till like the World Cup. Like
That's
they're
not good.
They're very.
Because Solomon was your big signing this summer.
Because he came on loan, but he very promising. He came on for a little quick stint against Liverpool, and he looked good. But unfortunately, he injured himself in a closed door friendly, like right after. Which I was like, all right,
you do have Mbabu on the bench in that game against Brentford. You had Nathaniel Chalobah. You have Tom Kearney. You had Shane Duffy. Issa Diop. Diop's a signing.
It's a good signing. We'll see what he can do once we get some bit more training sessions into him and get him. I trust Marco Silva. If he's playing Tim Ream, I trust him because you know what, Tim Ream.
34.
The fans, we all love him, and
do you actually love Tim Ream?
I do. He's got like 400 appearances for Fulham. Like,
fair enough.
You gotta love him. I think it's like that many.
Stansfield, I actually like Jay Stansfield. I liked what he was doing. He was working hard.
Yeah. We need a backup because right now Stansfield is our backup striker because Muniz went on loan to Middlesbrough now. So we're trying to bring in a striker still, and we're still trying to bring in 2 wingers and another center back still. Like, and the window is
and you have
shutting.
money. You know that Fulham have the money to do so. They just have to do it.
Yeah.
Dub.
But
for Brentford,
of course, the big thing is Mitrovic though. He comes up clutch, scores another goal. He equaled his goal scoring tally for the Premier League for 2 years ago in 3 games.
Oh yes, I did know that.
He played 22 games and scored 3 goals, and that's because Parker Ball
just didn't suit.
Marco Silva knows how to get out of midfield.
Plays attacking football because you have attacking players.
And that's Marco Silva wants to play, and so do Brentford. That's why that game was actually exciting. Both those teams want to just go at it. And if this is like you said, it's a big derby for us, and it's the first time they play each other in the top flight. So
Fulham are in 7th, 5 points. Brentford are 8th on 4 points. So that's really tight there. Will either of those clubs be around that position at the end of the year? Probably not.
What do you mean we're fighting for Europe?
Probably not. But this is a good start though for Fulham. You got 5 points already.
Oh, I'm pretty sure we lost like our first 4 or 5 games in a row.
If you can keep
the fact that we got our first win
happening,
already, I'm very happy.
You're cruising. You're not them.
Oh, we got Arsenal. We were just talking about it, but we got Arsenal next week, and that's a big test. So what we can do.
Let's talk about Crystal Palace Aston Villa. It's not good at Aston Villa.
Well, it started off well, that game for Villa.
It did. Scoring was opened by Ollie Watkins 5 minutes in.
Yeah.
And then fell apart very quickly because 7 minutes in was Wilfried Zaha scoring. Yeah. Jeff Schupp did score as well in the 26th minute, but was taken away from VAR. Zaha missed a penalty in the second half, 58th minute, but then he followed up and scored the rebound. So
yeah, and Brett was talking about how making a little mockery with Emi Martinez.
Yeah, well, that was what I was going to bring up too. Is the thing is, especially with Emi Martinez, obviously I love when he plays it up. I love when he gets into somebody's face. I love that type of stuff. But if you're going to dish it, you have to be able to take it. So when Zaha scored and comes into your face and starts talking a whole bunch of shit to you, you don't get to then act like a child and act like you're the one who's getting bullied when you're the one who initiated it. If you're going to start acting like a big tough guy, I understand you're not going to make every save on a penalty. That you're just not. But and especially with Zaha, who's such a characteristic type guy, he's really over the top sometimes and stuff like that. You have to expect that. And for him to just kind of lose his cool like that, especially for somebody who loves doing something like that, I wasn't a big fan of seeing that from him. I don't know. But
Goalkeepers, I think, when you look at Martinez that you said, and I'm going to bring Ramsdale into, I think Ramsdale's the biggest shithouse goalkeeper. Ederson a little bit as well. They like to give it, but they don't always like to take it, and you see players,
Which I get the fire, like the fire
Yeah,
under you. I understand the competitive fire, and obviously, no, you shouldn't sit there and just take it like, oh yeah, you beat me. But like pushing and really getting into it, just like it's over the top. It's not what I want to see a little flair. I love the Conte, Tuchel stuff. I love that, but I don't like it when you're a hypocrite, essentially, really. But that's where I sit with that.
But so of course, Zaha missed a penalty. Then it's just the easy
Scored the
tap
rebound.
in. So
Yeah.
they're up 2-1. And
Oh yes, that is what happened. So yeah, there you go. He did save it, and yet he's still. So that's the thing. I don't get it. I don't get why he's really forcing that when he did make the save. I forgot he even made the save, and it was off the rebound. Like, it makes no sense. You literally won. You won the battle. Like, I don't know. Obviously, they didn't win, but I mean the one-on-one.
the third goal was from Jean Mateta. I don't fucking
It was
know. Mateta.
It was a good finish.
Mateta. But let's talk about Steven Gerrard.
Okay.
First to get sacked. Aston Villa.
Between him and Brendan Rodgers.
Yeah, honestly.
Which we'll get to
David
Leicester.
Moyes as well could be there. Aston Villa are 13th. They are 3 points, 3 goals scored, 6 against. And the thing that upsets me the most is
We're only 3 games in.
Their games were against Bournemouth and Everton. Everton's a team that they beat, but Everton was a team that, so low last season. Next up,
Everton's got a lot of question marks right now.
Next up, they got West Ham. Both those clubs need a victory. And they got Arsenal after that. So, not the easiest of starts to life in the Premier League for Steven Gerrard this season. Could he be gone?
But yeah, I think so.
I think they'll give him a bit of time, but if the results keep coming bad, it's gonna be a quick gone.
Because they actually backed him. They spent money. They brought in signings. They signed Philip Coutinho, for God's sakes. Yes, he's old, but he's still Coutinho.
But but the thing is that Coutinho looks good. Like every time you see Coutinho play, he's doing something proper.
Unfortunately, Diego Carlos got a big injury, which sucks.
That is. I'm trying to find this tweet here because
Coutinho's 30.
Yes, I knew that.
I don't think that's old.
That's why he says he's old and says he's shit, because anybody over 29, Liam
not
thinks
shit.
he's done.
No shit.
That's all you say, dog.
Coutinho's not shit. Coutinho is like a fine wine.
My opinion, a player is not really old until he hits like 35. I think there's a lot of footballers nowadays, especially, have a lot of gas in the tank around 30.
Depends who.
And I think that completely comes down also to like injuries and health of the player. That's why you see like Ronaldo. He's always been successful. I mean, it's Cristiano fucking Ronaldo.
Let's talk
he's
starting 11 for Aston Villa, and let's talk about who you think could be upgraded or changed. Matty Cash, Konza, Tyrone Mings, and Luca Digne. I think Tyrone Mings is Mingen. He's shit. Get the fuck out of here. Midfield, they had McGinn. They got Boubacar Kamara, and they had Jacob Ramsey.
I like Jacob Ramsey.
I do too.
It's just not clicking. Something's not clicking
Up
for
top
them
was,
because I like their team.
It was Buendia, Watkins, and Leon the Wagwan Bailey.
Leon Bailey had a great hit, and fortunately it hit the crossbar. I know, but
Danny Ings, he came on for Bailey. Danny Ings scored a great goal against.
I like
Everton.
Villa's
Was
team.
it Danny Ings?
Yeah, he scored.
So I just found it here. Steven Gerrard has won just 3 of his last 15 Premier League games.
Yeah, because they ended very poorly
Yeah.
last season.
So they finished 14th, I think. And
Yeah.
it's like for
On
them
the
that was
bench-
low.
On the bench, they had Marvelous Nakamba, Ashley Young, Philip Coutinho, Douglas Luiz, Danny Ings, Callum Chambers, Robin Olsen, and Ludwig Augustinson.
But like that's the thing. That's a nice.
It's a good bench.
Yeah.
They backed him. They gave him a good team.
Yeah.
And that's missing someone like Diego Carlos.
Yeah, they
Massive.
backed him. They said, we're going to give you the money you need. They're going to give you the players you need.
It's
Why is it not going together? Is it the
ju-
coach now?
It has to be. It has
And-
Is it just
and
not? Or the player? Is it just not clicking?
I saw
We're
a thing
early
that was-
on, so we could.
yeah.
I saw a thing. It was like Steven Gerrard looks good in Scotland because it's a 2-horse race, and I get that. I completely agree. Where if he finished 3rd in Scotland, that would be a fucking monumental disaster class kind of thing.
But they won, right?
They did win, and I feel like he did it well to move the club forward, to bring in young players, to get rid of the old dead wood that they had. He has the team at Villa. He doesn't have to do that work. It's just put pen to paper now and finish the job kind of thing. And
Yeah.
sometimes he just can't seem to get that right now. But
No.
let's move it on.
United Liverpool.
Not there yet.
Why?
We're still on Saturday.
I barely watch these matches.
But the people behind the camera and in their earbuds may have. They may have.
You remember there's stuff outside of these 4 walls?
But outside of yourself.
Because we got another one. Because we're talking about Leicester.
Leicester,
Yes.
Southampton. I was going to move
We're
on to
talking
that
about Brendan
100%.
Rodgers.
Leicester lose again 2-1 to Southampton. Che Adams scoring both goals. The man hasn't scored since February.
Now,
He scored 2 nice goals. Honestly,
February.
I have caught
came off the
heat.
bench too and did that.
I've caught heat for my take about
Leicester.
Leicester getting relegated. But you mentioned it in that clip there. There's no appeal to play for Leicester anymore. The magic isn't there. Kasper Schmeichel is gone. Their entire core is going
They're
to be
not
gone.
in Europe anymore.
Yeah,
So
but
people might once those, like for example, Tielemans and
Will go.
Fofana, who
Will go.
debatably their highest valued players were both. Fofana was out of the match
Yeah.
squad completely.
Yep.
Tielemans came off the bench and probably was not at that interested.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, I actually did watch this game a little bit.
Oh, there you go.
But you're right. Fofana will want to go. Tillmans will want to go. James Madison
Madison.
could be gone anytime. Newcastle seemed very interested.
Jamie Vardy's 34.
He
just signed a new contract.
Yeah, there you go. But like Matt said, his Red Bull addiction will start to.
But the thing
wane.
is, he'll sign a new contract, but he's already being pushed out. He's not the number 1 striker at
and is
Leicester.
Iheanacho going to stay? No. Kelechi Iheanacho is a very good striker, and he will be in the future.
Very good as
He
Sorry?
will not right now.
Hold
sorry.
on.
Not right now. No. I did misspeak, but he will be in the future. He's still young. I think he's good.
he is like 25. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
It's been around
He's
for a while
25. I was saying he's not that young.
Holy.
He's been. I was gonna say.
Wow.
I don't think Kelechi
I thought he was like
Iheanacho.
22.
I don't think he's becoming a good striker. I think Kelechi Iheanacho.
Oh,
This is his
okay,
peak.
maybe, yeah,
I
don't
don't
think
think
so.
he's gonna be much better.
We
No,
want to talk
you're
about
not-
old. We got freaking Gary Medel in this game against Bologna versus Verona. We're watching. Oh my god.
But
They
I
signed.
didn't know he was that
They
old.
signed Patson Daka, who's going to be another
Daka,
attacking
that's
option.
who I'm
But the thing is,
thinking of.
he's
I like Daka.
23. He wasn't great the first season. He's not starting now. But you look at this starting 11 for
Well,
Leicester.
Like someone like Harvey Barnes, it's just not doing what he did
Yeah.
in that season he came in.
So they got Danny Ward in goal, downgrade from Schmeichel. You know, James Justin, Johnny Evans, who's 34. You got a Marty, who was a midfielder, never a center back. He's a midfielder.
Soyunchu's looked trash
Yeah.
since the Euros.
And you got Timothy Castagna at right back. Then you got Ndidi in the midfield, who's still okay.
Yep.
And you got, like I said, Harvey Barnes, underperforming. You got Kieran Drewsbury Hall.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. 23. I don't think he's that great. You got James Madison, who scored a goal. He's the best player ever, that Leicester have, I think. Maybe Tielemans. Then you got Iosi Perez, who has never been sensational.
No.
He's been good. And you got Jamie Vardy up top, who is old. He's 35.
old and he's not doing what he did.
Then you say off the bench, you got Iheanacho, you got Soyuncu, you got Brighton, you got another Mendy. Holy shit.
Yeah.
You got Luke Thomas,
midfield
Patson
Mendy.
Daka, Dennis Pryatt, and Yuri Tillmans.
And that's what I'm saying. Like
It's a good squad. It's not a great.
but they're
It's not a
good.
top 6 squad.
Not if
they're-
they lose like Fofana, Tielemans, Madison.
That
And
is
that's
not
the
a top
thing.
6 club.
No.
They're a good club with the core that they have now. They're not going to have that core in 2-3 years. like we said, Tielemans gone. Kasper Schmeichel is already gone, which really should be the signaling of the beginning of the end for that club. Madison will be gone at some point. Vardy's old as tits. Like it doesn't make sense. Wesley Fofana is going to be gone. The appeal isn't there to play anymore. The club just seems to stick around with Brendan Rodgers, which I mean, I guess fair enough. But I mean, with the way that you guys are kind of waffling recently, I don't get it. And especially with how often he was in other teams' mouths when they were looking for other coaches. Like I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's in a good spot for Leicester right now, and there just isn't really a reason to be excited for them.
I was very shocked actually when Kasper Schmeichel left.
I was like,
to me, that says there was something happening.
Yeah.
Because I've seen with Brendan Rodgers personally, when Moussa Dembele left the club, how much he hated Brendan Rodgers. And when she said, this man lied to my face, oh, we're going to secure a move for you. Don't worry. When this amount of money comes in, we'll accept it. You can go. And that offer came in multiple times, and it was rejected. Oh, next time. Oh, next one. Oh, next one. So they came to a point where Dembele went, well, I'm not going to fucking play for you. You're lying to me directly. Could Kasper Schmeichel be in a situation where he was lied to, or where he felt the club was stagnant and just not going to go anywhere?
Who knows? And that's the thing.
Because that was your captain.
Yeah.
He'd been there for, was that 11 seasons?
Yeah.
That's not like...
It kind of just came out of
for 1
nowhere.
million.
Yeah, it came
I
out
know
of...
he's a 35-year-old goalkeeper, but for £1 million, fucking hell, come to Celtic.
And of
Joe
course,
Hart, you'd be best friends.
they're not, and Leicester can't buy unless they sell.
Yeah. Yeah, well, exactly, right? And who are they going to buy, and who are they going to try and bring in if you're sitting there going, here's our club, and there's no Tielemans, Fofana.
If they all leave, I mean, you get lots of money
Madison.
for those players.
Sure.
But
yeah.
who can you bring in?
Yeah, you can't get better than them. You cannot go out and sign a better player than James Madison right now. And not to Leicester.
I mean, you could, but yes,
not to Leicester.
Yeah.
But like, look at the goalkeeper. Ward is such a downgrade.
And he was bad.
He's such a downgrade. And there seemed to be no plan in place.
And because
like
losing to Southampton is the team that is probably going to be in a relegation. They will be in a relegation
probably
likely. So
like, what a downgrade that is to.
How long does Brendan Rodgers have?
That was the trick play.
That's
Sorry, that was the trick play. That trick play was first done. I want to say it was by Bournemouth
Really?
in the championship playoff. They did this trick play, and this PSG just doing. I just watched a TikTok about that.
Yeah, you know who did it? It was Bournemouth against
Yes,
Fulham.
exactly. That's exactly what it was.
We watched that game.
Yeah,
don't you remember?
Yes.
I went.
Oh yeah.
Like I went in, like changed the thing, and you're like Bournemouth to score. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that was Bournemouth's trick play. Now other teams are trying to do it, and that was it right there. Done perfection.
We're watching. We're done with the Mbappe goal against the Liga.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Messi
Fubo
scored.
has
Hey.
like all the sports.
Because another team did it recently. I forget where.
Yeah.
But and they like tweeted out saying "Thank you, Bournemouth," and they showed like both goals.
Real Madrid did it in one of their games.
Yeah.
It didn't work, but they did it.
Yeah, they did. I saw that. It was in the Champions League final.
It might have been. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually a good little set play. But anyways.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Back to the Prem.
Southampton's going to be in a relegation battle, but Che Adams scored 2 goals, which is more than I can say about his past forever.
Now I think is it time for United Liverpool?
Sure, because let's just quickly tot up. Everton 1-1 versus Nottingham Forest.
That's just
It's a good point for Forest, let's say. And
Bad
Tottenham.
Bad loss of 2 points for Everton.
And Tottenham 1-0 over Wolves. A Harry Kane penalty there.
He is the top goal scorer for a club now in the Premier League
Mhm.
for a single club. So
But yes.
congratulations to Harry Kane.
Let's talk
How'd it go?
Manchester United.
It's not.
Why not? I'm confident against Liverpool.
No, you're not.
Casemiro's not playing.
Doesn't matter. I'm still confident. I think the team will be hungry to get a result against Liverpool.
I think this is.
After these,
I
If-
think.
yeah.
No, I kind of agree to where this is a time you want to play Liverpool.
If
They
you're ever-
don't have their main striker right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're really injury heavy right now. They're
yeah,
missing a
they
lot of
can take
players.
advantage of Liverpool as
If
well.
you're
They're
ever
not
going to
big
get a
on
point
Liverpool.
off of Liverpool or get something
It's
off
right
of
now.
Liverpool,
It's
this is
right
the
now.
opportunity.
This is your time.
But at the same time, don't for a second think Liverpool have not spent the last entire week going, guys, wake the fuck up.
Yeah.
Well, so that's the same thing with United, right? Like they have a point to prove.
Mohamed Salah can wake up a lot more than
Jaden Sancho.
Well, I was
Never
gonna say
know.
more about like fucking.
I know,
Rashford.
Scott McTominay.
I know odds are higher of that, but I don't know. I have a weird feeling about United going to this match, and the only annoying part is probably gonna be. I'm interested to see how many fans will be at Old Trafford because of the whole Glazers out moving going on
It'll
right
be
now.
filled.
They're saying how
Not by
don't
United
don't
fans.
don't fill Old Trafford, don't go because the Glazers. Not like fucking you're going to kick out the Glazers and all of a sudden they start performing well. That actually annoys me. People think that as soon as Glazers are gone, the team's gonna magically
But
perform.
that's not what it is. That's not the issue.
I care about right now. I care about how the team performs right now. I don't care. Fuck the Glazers. But right now, I want to see this team perform.
And my thing is, it's one of your biggest
man.
games of the season, and you're not going to have your fans in that stadium to help support you. I'm just kind of like,
But why is that? That is the issue in itself. It is the biggest match, or one of the biggest matches of the season, and the fans don't want to come out. The supporters, we're saying this from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. We aren't talking about it from a Mancunian. I can't even say the name right. And that's the thing, is that they have had cultures and years of this stuff. And now the Glazers come in, these American buyers who just come in and go, oh, we'll just throw money here and we'll make more money than the team that will actually win us. That is the issue. That is the issue in itself, because they don't care. They don't care about the supporters. They don't care. They don't go to games unless they have to. They don't go there.
They don't care about supporters. They also don't seem to care about the success of the club. Because let's be honest, United should be on the same standard as a Real Madrid, as a Bayern Munich.
they are one of the biggest clubs in the world.
But they should be performing as the biggest club in the world. They should not be performing like a relegation level team.
I saw a TikTok, I believe it was Talk Sport. Gabriel Abongahor was talking about how Manchester United fans are greedy divas. Because he said, look at Liverpool, one of the biggest clubs in England, so successful. They went 30 years without a Premier League trophy. Arsenal, when was the last time? 90s was the last time. Arsenal, was it 90s or 2000s?
They won a title in like 04
the
or
thing
05.
is,
they win it with
04, sorry, you're right, 04. But, so look, there's almost 20 years there since they last won a title. Now, those clubs, those supporters, those fan bases, rightfully so, to demand better, to be upset of their owners and the coaches and the players and everything. United fans need to realize you're not the biggest dogs in the field anymore.
And why? This is the
Mismanagement.
fucking issue that people aren't
But that's
getting.
not the Glazers.
But it is!
I agree with it. How? Look at
Because you spend 100 million on Paul fucking Pogba, who doesn't do shit.
hold on, hold on.
Hold on. They
Quiet.
have over the last 10 years
Hold
or
on,
whatever
though.
it may be.
Let me finish my point.
Stop. No. Over the last 15, however many years, United has spent the most amount of money over all of the teams in all of Europe. And yet here we are talking about them. No, stop. We are sitting here talking about them being 19th because they haven't brought in the right players, because it's all the Glazers who are bringing in the front office, who just suck on the teats of the Glazers and don't do anything in regards to the supporters. We literally had a front office guy meet with a Twitter page at a random bar just to calm down the fan. Is that something that a professional team does anywhere? Anywhere?
I will agree with you in the sense that, because I think the problem is not who your owners are, because a Glazer did not go, hey, let's sign that Paul Pogba guy. But I agree is who the Glazers, let's say, or who Manchester United as a club has put in these positions of power. Because I think you've had over the past, since
You were so close. You almost had it.
I think since Ferguson left, you have had good coaches.
you had Jose Mourinho. You had one of the best managers
You've
in
had
the world.
good football coaches, which should in turn come along with a good staff of scouts and networking. But if I don't know the ins and outs of Manchester United, if the scouting and the networking is left up to the Glazers, okay, that's their downfall. If it's Eric Ten Hag, Jose Mourinho, fucking what's his name?
David
Ole
Moyes.
Gunnar Solskjaer.
No,
David
the
Moyes.
Dutch guy.
Van Hal.
Van Hal, great manager. He's had great players over the years. You would think his network and his players and his system that he has should run itself in a sense.
So what is the constant?
The players.
No. The players played
They've
under
had some quality
all of those
players
guys?
throughout the last
They've
couple years.
underperformed, though.
They have, I
No.
agree, but at the same time, it's
You can't say it's the Glazers' fault that Rashford has fallen off the face of the earth. You can't say it's the Glazers' fault that Harry Maguire came in and
Do something.
could not
about
do what he did at Leicester.
it. Do something about it then. That's the issue.
But
Do
no one's
something
going to
about it.
sign him.
Why? No team
Teams would-
anywhere in the world is going to sign a Harry Maguire or a Marcus Rashford.
I mean, teams would
And
want him.
it's like
It's just you wouldn't get the price
You would
tag.
be happy
that
to
I
get
think
30
United-
million for Harry Maguire.
But this is what you're missing. What is the constant throughout all of them? Not the fucking players. It's the Glazers.
Why, no matter what coach has come in, why does Harry Maguire continually get picked? Why does
Because of
McFred
his
He must
contract.
continually get picked?
Maguire must have something actually going on that we don't know, that he's actually does really well, and there's a reason he gets.
No, I read something, and this
Please,
is
for the love of
something.
God, Amazon, give me an all or nothing. You mentioned
And also,
holy fuck!
But I was
I
reading,
would actually vomit tears of happiness.
it does come
Yeah,
down to
I
the
was.
Glazers, because why haven't the Glazers funded to proper recruitment? Why isn't there like a sporting director?
That's what I'm saying.
What
We
do you
don't have a
mean?
fucking sporting director for one of the biggest
That's
clubs
fair.
in the world.
No, also-
and who appoints that?
That's fair. But
And also,
you can't say
supposedly,
they haven't funded United.
have you? Apparently, the stadium is just awful.
But look at the players and the values that you spend on these players. I mean, you're buying Casemiro.
Yeah,
You bought
now
Varane.
because of panic. Because of literal panic.
You
also-
guys have spent more money that I could not even fathom. My club's record transfer is
But
9
the thing
million.
is, a club like Man United should be able to sign a Haaland and Mbappe. You see what Man City's doing? Man United should be able to do that. And why aren't they doing that? Because the owners.
I don't think it's owners.
But why?
Man.
But right now, I can kind of agree with Liam. Right now, at least for this coming season, Europa League, and there's a reason why Ronaldo wants to.
Yeah.
However, I will agree into the sense that United should be playing to a much higher standard. They should not be in the Europa League. They should not be 6th. They should not be 19th. The players, I'm also kind of pissed off at, but because the way they've been playing has been shambolic. And, you know...
The thing is, it was a bad 2 games, but it's only 2 games. There is
Yeah.
36
So
more
it's-
games left in the season.
This is bled in from last year. This is from last year. Ragnick left over the summer.
And
then there you go. There's another thing. You're sitting there and Ragnick goes and says, we need at least 10 new players.
Yes.
Even Jose Mourinho, back when he was manager, he's like, the problem's up top. It's not me.
The biggest thing that he is proud of is getting that team to second.
Yeah.
What do you mean, the players?
Yep.
What do you mean, the staff that they're bringing in?
I think it's just all of
and
the
that
above
comes
right now.
from the top.
Yeah, it's all of the above.
If you're not bringing in players who want to be there, like a Paul
It's
Pogba,
100%. I can see that because I know. I go back to Celtic. We for years under Neil Lennon, and then when I went into Brendan Rodgers, our policy was buy him cheap, sell him on. Buy him cheap, sell him on. Look at the amount of players Celtic have sold on over the years. Fucking half of Southampton was Celtic at one point in time. But like after Brendan Rodgers left, because Brendan Rodgers had an interview I think last week where he said he left Celtic because they had just won the treble. They were in Europe, and he went, well, your budget's like $4 million. And he was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What am I gonna do with $4 million?
So,
like
the
the thing is, it's different problems. So okay, so United, there's not money because United has all the money in the world. It's the quality of the system of it, let's say, because it's the coaching. I think you've got good coaches. Maybe the scouting needs to be improved. Maybe the actual fundamentals of the club need to be reworked and need to be recentered.
The thing
and
is,
who does that?
That is a Glazers. You are right. It is.
What were you going to say, Greg?
and Liam was talking about how Liverpool they're not like fully down bad, but they were not great like what they are right now for a while. Arsenal have been down. I guess they might start coming back up again. It's not. I know it's been some years now for United, but it's still a work in progress, and
It's
it
not
might
gonna
still
happen
it might
tomorrow.
still just get worse. United's not going to get relegated. It's not going to happen. It could, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, it's just
They
not-
will bounce back. It will probably be a close game.
I hope
between
so.
these
I
two-
think
these-
I don't know.
these two
I just
teams.
got a strange feeling that some of the players on the team they definitely want to prove themselves, prove that we're not this awful team that we've been made out to be. And
Like someone in our Twitch chat said, Liverpool are without Darwin,
Yeah.
Thiago,
Matip.
Matip,
Jota.
Jota.
but if it's
like,
a
they're
game,
missing a bunch.
if it's a game where they
Keita.
if they lose 3-1, 3-0 United, then more questions are going to be raised. But like, I mean, I'm very happy with the signing of Casemiro. They've needed a midfielder like that for years.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A CDM. A CDM.
It sucks that he can't play against Liverpool because he would.
Yeah.
I think he'd
And
make such a difference.
Age, in my opinion, is not an issue right now.
No,
He's still playing at a top level.
I don't have an issue with a 30-year-old being signed. I have an issue with a 30-year-old being signed for the price you're paying. But then again, I understand it's Casemiro and it's Manchester United. If Manchester United want to buy a player, you know what? You go, you know what? That 50 just went to a 60. Because you know what? Why not? They have the unlimited bank account.
And
Right?
yet at
But
the same time, they won't sign Anthony for two.
But
for
I
100.
said either
also
last
more so-
podcast or the podcast before, I'm just like, why can't United just say, "Fuck you, I'm taking that player from your club because
Yeah.
you're Manchester United," and they're actually doing it.
But
So
if
I'm very
Manchester
impressed
United
with that.
was in a Champions League spot this season, you know what? They could have gone out and they could have offered Haaland a contract. He wouldn't have accepted, but they would have offered it to him. They could have gotten these players, Darwin Núñez even. You know, maybe they give him an offer.
I will
don't wanna
say
talk
it
about
is quite incredible that United are still able to sign a player of
Yeah.
the quality of Casemiro, even though they're in the Europa League, they're bottom table of the Premier League. The fact that they still have this pull power,
Yeah.
and people are like, oh, but it's the money. But then again,
No, it's still Manchester United.
Yeah,
It's still one of the
exactly.
biggest clubs in the world.
And
So
people-
people want to still
and it-
they want to be a part of trying
and
to
honestly,
bring it back
I
up.
hope bringing helps solve
should.
the Ronaldo situation.
He will. That
You
there's
know?
no way he's signing there and Ronaldo.
Yeah.
You want to because we know Fred actually plays good for Brazil.
Yeah,
too.
he
Can
plays well.
Casemiro and
He- no,
Fred actually do
usually
something
that's
together?
the midfield duo that Brazil runs is Fred and Casemiro.
Genuinely, I don't dislike Fred
No, he's a
No.
good footballer. He's just been
in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
Scott McTominay's only good attributes are he's willing to dive into a tough tackle and he plays with heart and soul,
He plays for the Crest.
which is great.
Yeah.
But you also need some technical ability to back yourself up though.
Yeah, yeah.
And
for sure.
he does.
and he hasn't
For
re-
Scotland, you know what? When he plays at center back, he is willing to fucking sacrifice his life to make a
The thing
block
is,
kind of
with
thing.
McTominay, he also hasn't really progressed as a
No,
midfielder. He's kind of just been stagnant.
Yeah. He had
Now-
I remember he had like the couple games. Was it
Yeah.
last year we scored like the goals?
We
with
need-
it, but
we
like
need to talk
against
though
Leeds.
about your center backs.
Swap McTominay with Lissandro Martinez.
Lissandro Martinez, I don't think can play.
He can play. He
Yes,
can. Trust me.
Yes,
He can.
Yeah.
No.
he's come in very quick and he got thrown in.
But I don't know how he
Because
does.
mentioned his size.
Liam, I'm gonna say it like this:
It's a half-
if
half
Lissandro
pint center back.
Martinez,
There it is.
Liam, if Lissandro Martinez went to Liverpool, he wouldn't touch that starting 11
No.
for a while.
No.
I would say, but because that's what Jurgen Klopp does for most of his players,
yeah. These are kind of
you
players-
gel them in.
Yeah, no, I
That's-
agree.
And there's a reason why Ten Hag wanted him from Ajax, right? He knows how he can work. He can
I
work.
think he could actually work as a really good midfielder for you.
I could
But
see
then
him.
again, Fred, Casemiro, and Christian Eriksen is a good midfield three. And honestly, Bruno can go.
Bruno-
He's on the bench because he's selfish and he doesn't bring the vibes that you need.
I don't like that from you.
Well, you're not wrong.
No, I
but he doesn't
disagree.
work for the
No, no, no,
team.
no,
He
no, no,
works
no,
for
no.
Bruno.
I
No,
disagree.
No.
No.
Bruno's
Bruno works
actually
for Bruno.
No, I disagree.
No, he
the
doesn't.
thing is, but you may be right about that. But if Bruno can get back to his goal scoring ways,
Yep.
then it's fine being selfish. Go score goals. He needs to get his confidence back or something.
We need the Bruno that we saw under Ole in those first few months. That's the
He was
Bruno
insane.
we need.
He was the best
I
player
don't
in
know
the
what's
Prem at the
happened
time.
with
Yeah.
Bruno. I don't think he's necessarily
Or
as
one of the
selfish as you
best
think.
players
He's a
in the
team player. He wants to win. I remember when he was first playing for United, he was such a hard worker. I never saw a man work that hard for a while at United. And
No, I agree. I don't think
So-
he's.
So David De Gea gets the start again.
I mean,
Probably.
you're not putting in Tom fucking Heaton.
That's the thing, though. Like, so what happens if David De Gea genuinely gets injured? Do you just recall Dean Henderson, who doesn't want to play for you, and he talks shit about you in public?
They are apparently looking for a goalkeeper. So.
Like, Dean Henderson is probably the best goalkeeper that club has, and he talks shit about you publicly, to your face, directly, calls you out by name.
Good.
And what's the repercussions of that?
Well, he will never play for United.
You hope.
Wow.
You hope.
Yeah, it's like going to Walmart and saying,
Is there
Walmart sucks. Can I have a job?
Is
Pretty
there?
much,
Do you
yeah.
know if there's like a loan, if it's an option to buy for
I'm not sure.
in the loan clause? or-
I don't think he'd want to be bought by Nottingham Forest.
That's also fair.
He just wants. to
Dean
get some
Henderson
game
wants
time.
to play.
Try-
Show him, hey guys, remember me?
Try
Yeah.
and get into that England squad. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, remember me? I'm
Well,
still relevant.
And that's the thing, like Van Hall said, or was it Van Hall? Yeah, it was Van Hall. Said to Jury and Timber, and look where Timber is right now. He just re-upped with Ajax.
Yeah.
But like he said, if you go to United and you're not playing regular minutes,
Yeah.
you're not in my World Cup team.
100%.
And that's
game time is
Yeah.
the main thing, and
Well,
that's what
then,
lots of
I-
teams went in to
Also,
do.
it's very interesting right now with United and Anthony, because it's very clear that they want Anthony. Anthony wants United, but Ajax are keeping him hostage by saying, "Yo, man, this guy's worth 100 million." I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think that'll be a deadline deal, or it'll.
I
like,
hope it happens.
Or it'll like happen in like 13 seconds, but it'll be like. But I don't think they're spending 100.
He's a very exciting player. He's very. I view more of like a finesse player.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what
Him
he can
and
do.
Sancho down the wings.
Yeah,
will
be good. Be young. I don't
amazing.
Who will
think
be your starting left winger for that game against Liverpool?
Probably
Rashford.
Probably Rashford.
unless they decide maybe they put Ronaldo striker, maybe if Martial's fit, they put him on the wing. I'd
We'll see.
be open
I don't
to
see
that.
Ronaldo not starting still though.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Anyway, do you guys want to do predictions for the game? Just
Yeah.
if the
Give some
podcast.
predictions.
I will go 2-1 United. I don't know why. I feel confident.
No, it's
Brett, what you got?
4-0 Liverpool.
You actually think it'll be a 4-0 Liverpool?
Going 10 Hag sacked.
I'm going to say
Fuck, no kidding.
3-1 Liverpool. Greg?
No, because I'm gonna go closer, but I'm gonna go 2-1 Liverpool. I think it'll be. I think 2-1 or 2-2.
Yeah.
I think actually.
I'm not confident with De Gea. I'm not confident with anybody, literally anybody scoring. So I can't.
I know
Fabio
this-
Carvalho comes on and scores a wonder goal.
I know we've talked Premier League very, very in depth, which I thoroughly enjoy. I haven't talked football for like a month now, and like I said it last time I went to school, and I'll say it again. The fucking coverage is shit there.
Really?
Holy shit!
Yeah.
You have to pay for Sky or BT or this or that, and just I don't know, like.
It's kind of like here.
And you know what's also weird? Because I'm not used to having Premier League at nighttime.
Yeah.
It just I couldn't get into the game as much. You know, I wake up and I'm eating breakfast or I have coffee with the Premier League on.
Right.
Whereas there I'm having dinner with it. And I'm like, I always felt like I was watching a rerun or like the highlights kind of thing. I
Kinda like-
wasn't in it.
It's almost as if that's kind of like why I don't watch MLS either.
Mm,
Like
Fair enough,
MLS is such, at times you don't not watching footy.
I watch MLS just so all the MLS guys are like.
We got 2 MLS scarves up here now.
By the
Shout out
way-
to
Yeah,
Saudi
we do.
United.
By the
Yeah,
way,
so-
just to quickly talk, Bayern have won the Bundesliga.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I made a TikTok prior to this, and they're just kind of steamrolling teams in Germany.
Yeah.
Bochum lost 7-0.
Yeah, shout out to Bayern Munich.
Not.
They went, yeah, you know what we're going to do? Well, Lewandowski, we actually don't need you anymore, okay? We can win without you.
Who just turned Lewandowski turned 34. I think it was yesterday.
Look at
Happy
Sadio
birthday,
Mane.
Robert.
Yeah.
Sadio Mane is the greatest footballer in the world.
I think we should move on to our Sunday League stories.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had
Oh,
a
yeah.
big Premier League.
And I know we have fans of League 1 or La Liga or
of
Serie
course,
A.
Barcelona's about to play. I know against.
But we're having a
Sociedad.
live stream tomorrow, and obviously
Yeah,
doing
you
it
can come
today,
in that live
so.
stream and talk there.
Let's
Let's talk some Sunday League because you know what? All of us, all of 90th minute, all of the 90th minute actually, has played Sunday League. We have all been involved in football at some stage or some level in our lives, whether it is like Caroline, like I said, being that close to playing for the national team.
Well, the funny thing is, of the 6 Sunday League pundits, the four of us are the ones that are actually all on the same
Yes,
team.
we are.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we are. Matt's got his own team. Lucas is taking this season off for right now. But we've all played football together for most of our lives, different levels,
Okay,
right?
Let's get into some stories.
I'll start with Brandon Hill here. He sent just earlier yesterday morning. So he says, for my Sunday league story, we were playing a cup game in a team versus a team a few divisions above us, and the referee was a short, fat man. He told the spectators at the sidelines not to take photos to make sure he wouldn't lose his disability allowance. So the ref was getting paid to referee games and getting a disability allowance at the same time.
That's wild.
What?
That's wild. Like, not to piggyback off of that, but like, I remember one of our matches one time. It was a really nice night in the middle of summer. Referee, I was the captain. We could shake hands, do a little coin flip, and everything. Referee goes, "Okay, we're gonna shorten the halves. I want to go home and play Call of Duty." I was like, "All right." And he was a fantastic referee.
Really?
Like, he was great.
That's actually one of my favorites. It's just like, nah, if I see one photo, could you imagine like whoever's paying like the disability going up on like social media going, is that Carl? We're paying that motherfucker $14,000 a year, dog. That's so funny.
Brett, do you want to read this next one? Because it's like 3 paragraphs long.
This
from
one
Maddie.
This one as well. This one's from
That was Brandon though.
Yeah,
Thank you,
Brandon.
Brandon.
Brandon,
Thank
thank
you,
you.
Brandon.
Yeah.
This one's from _Maddie.Cortero. Excuse me if I missaid your name. Here's your Sunday League story. It was a League Cup semifinal, another League Cup semifinal. There you go. And after a long 90 minutes, the game was tied 2-2, and it went straight to penalties. Coach goes to me, go on, you take it, take the first one and get us off to a good start, which cursed me from the start. One thing I should mention is that I was a goalkeeper this season before in a good Saturday League team, but packed in. Sunday League, I was packed into Sunday League as a striker. So in Saturday League, he was the keeper. In Sunday League, he was the striker. So this was a very bold move from the get-go. I'm very nervous, and I run up to take the penalty and do a full-in John Terry slip.
Full slippage.
Over as I strike the ball and goes straight down the middle and gets the keeper gets a little bit of loft in it, and the keeper steps forward and boots the ball straight up into the air, comes up and to give me a bit of stick while I was on the floor because it was already a nasty game between the two teams. While he's giving me stick, I see the referee's eyes shift up into the air. I look up, and lo and behold, it is still in play and coming down. Next thing I hear, coach shout, "It's in!" And the ball come down with backspin and gone in. I couldn't believe it. The captain was already halfway to comfort me as we looked at each other and started laughing as we ended up getting into the final and eventually coming runners up. But this moment alone was better than any cup I'd ever won. He continues to say, I know it sounds unbelievable, and unfortunately, I don't have the video of the penalty because my dad was in the clubhouse having a drink, so he didn't record it. But you could ask the full 16-man squad there in the day. They all tell the exact same story along.
I hope it is legit, because I know there is like a famous video of that happening.
Yeah, going.
I hope that is legit.
That is
because
hilarious.
I can just picture that in Sunday League.
As
Just,
soon as you said like the keeper booted it, I knew where that was going. I'm just like, I know what's happening
just put
here.
it straight up, it comes
And
back
it just
down.
comes
bang.
right that backspin.
My favorite part is that his dad was in the clubhouse having a drink, just going, I need to take a load off. I can't watch my kid take this shot. And then boom, it's one of the craziest things ever. Thank you, Maddie.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I'm
Maddie
pretty
Cortero.
I'm pretty sure we only got 2 stories, but we're going to try and,
Well, let's get some of our own personal Sunday League stories. Let's start off with Greg, who just scored a world-class goal a couple match days ago.
We talked about that last week.
How about we talk about our last Sunday League game? Brett wasn't there. Liam was here. It was a bit of a mess as well. Our season has been a mess.
We had such a good indoor season. Of course, in Canada, in the winter time, we play indoor football. So it's in like a hockey rink, you can say, with boards. You can use the boards.
We got Americans listening. They got all good.
Yeah, but Europeans.
I'm saying in Canada, we play this. No one else knows that.
I think they do.
You can't just assume, Waz. Have you been in broadcasting school, buddy?
Listen. You play in a hockey rink. There's boards. You can use the walls. All that good stuff. Anyways, we had a really good indoor, actually. We had some good players. We got on a bit of a run towards the end of the year. We did well.
Yeah.
Coming into outdoor, maybe we had some confidence. Quickly died.
Well, the problem is outdoor, it's summer vacation. People are going on vacations.
And work.
And
that was a thing, especially at the start of the season. Was
injuries. We've had a lot of injuries, and it's hard to replace people with just when you're just playing Div 4 soccer here in Canada.
But at the start of the season was like the playoffs too, and when the Oilers were in the playoffs, so like Waz and I were working and stuff like that. So
people were going to the games.
Yeah. So it was tough, but I heard. Well, this is from these two, but I heard you guys were missing me last game.
Kinda.
I mean, we
missed
taking
players. Anybody.
Yeah, we were missing.
Okay, guys, come on, pump my tires.
Well, especially in that,
Jack Black, relax.
Brett, I was basically playing your role in CDM, and I was.
It wasn't a bad match. We lost 4-0, but we also had 10 guys playing outfield and a goalie, so it was a full 11. But no subs.
It wasn't 10 and a goalie.
Was it?
No, it was 10 players in total. It was 9 and a goalie.
So nine. Yeah, never mind. So yeah, and of course they had like 4 subs. One of their players looked like fucking Andy Carroll.
They also had a winger, which just sprinted the entire game.
Like, he's actually like
he's having PTSD right now.
No, it's fine. Actually, it wasn't that bad. No,
he just sprinted.
The best way to describe his team is they look like a legit pro clubs team in FIFA. You know how in pro clubs everyone has that really short guy who's speedy, and you have the one striker who's huge with a ponytail.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And they were Santos.
Yeah, the name was Santos.
It was a pro club scene. This small, like 5'4" winger was just rapid.
Personally, I had a good first half. I just got tired in the second, but like I put in some tackles.
I also got tired in the second. There was one moment where I don't know how you did not get the ball first.
Yeah, I don't know either.
It was rolling.
50-50 balls.
It was rolling, and then I think you thought it was gonna go out because you just started jogging towards, and then their wingers went, "Oh, okay." He just went to go get it. I was like,
I remember that.
Okay.
The amount of 50-50 balls are like balls in the air.
Look at the main man there, Divock coming
on. And then good. I put in a tackle. I went for a 50-50 tackle. When it's like 2 guys go for the ball, and the ref's like, "Hey, you two, be careful next time," or something.
The ref was weird.
I think the ref was the story of the game.
You want to explain what we couldn't do?
So at halftime,
yeah, this was actually a big one.
He went to each bench at halftime, and he goes, "If you guys start blocking the ball to go out of bounds, I'm gonna make a foul call because it's impeding the play."
Right, like how defenders in professional football will block it to protect the ball to go out of bounds. He will give a foul.
So what did I do? I looked at him. I asked for clarity. Where I said, "Can you explain what you're saying?" So he explained it, and I grabbed my phone and said, "I'm gonna make a call to UEFA right now because Champions League have to get changed."
We should have asked him. Can you give us a scenario in a match where that was happening?
Because that happens countless times in every game.
That's how you defend.
You let the ball roll out. And that, I think, is one of the biggest downfalls of Canadian football. Refereeing maybe is not to the best standard because really, it's hard to get referees.
That one ref that we had at Coronation was awful. Awful. When he just he stopped the match just to yell at you because you were asking something when everybody else was giving him shit. He just had to take it out on somebody, and he stopped the match just to yell at you.
That's why I asked him what his call was, because it was a head injury that was on the far side of the field.
Yeah.
I had kicked the ball as goalie.
Yeah.
And he gave a free kick in the middle of the field. I went, well, what's this for?
We had a game, I think 3 weeks ago, where it was a shit show of a match, whatever, and the ref was just all of a sudden having his panties in a bunch. Like there was a point where one of our players, we had one defender back, and he was trying to signal an offside or something. Ref goes to him, "You can't signal offside."
I missed that one.
Why can I not? I'm just calling.
He's like, "That's my job." And there's something like,
and again, Canada, we don't get linesmen. Not at our level, at least.
Yeah.
Not at
if
the
you're
lower
playing
level,
top tier, we don't get linesmen. So it's hard on the referees, and I don't give shit to referees because it takes a lot for
being
you
a
to
ref
say,
is-
you know
it's
what,
difficult.
on a fucking Tuesday evening, I'm going to take time out of my day to go ref that shit show. Because I don't even want to show up to the games. I play in the games. Jesus God.
Great finish.
Yeah, that was nice. There was the one game. It was the same deal. They had like 11 plus subs, and we had like 8. And so I was playing back line because Dom was pushing up, and we were trying to get him the goal. And I just remember they had a really good like winger or somebody. He just kept getting past us, and I just threw my hand up once, and then the ref's like, "Yeah, offside." And he turns around, he's like, what?
Yeah.
And so the rest of the game, because we started chatting with him afterwards, he's like, I'm gonna get a nice big blizzard after this one. But he goes, he was running, he had the ball again, I'm like, offside, and he like turned around and started laughing and stuff.
We're gonna wrap up this conversation because I know the podcast has gone pretty long today.
Yeah.
But here's my one thing to wrap it up really quickly because you said that there. Sunday League, what's your post-match meal?
Oh, see, normally what I do, so I order lunch from Chachi's. It's
Sandwiches
a
place,
great sandwich place here. But I also then get a side of Caesar salad. So then I eat the sandwich before the game, so it's kind of light-ish. And then when I come back after I shower, I have the Caesar salad.
Okay, Greggy, post-match meal.
I don't really have a post-match.
Eat
Okay.
whatever fast
Wazzy?
food you feel like.
I,
after.
I usually don't have fast food after, but I've had occasional times.
He always
but
talks about it. Yeah.
Wazzy?
It depends on if I have any leftovers from lunch.
Okay, so guess I'm the only one with this set post-match meal. Buddy, you're going to McDonald's.
What?
Oh, fuck yeah.
I actually have a very
Every game.
Or Liam goes to McDonald's before the games.
No.
What did you have before one of the games? You literally like had it right before in indoor. It was chicken strips.
Oh, you got some
Because
protein.
I had not eaten all day and I went to the soccer center because I knew the soccer center has food. I said, fuck, I'm gonna have the chicken strips. And we got there
Didn't-
like
no, it wasn't
40
you.
minutes
It wasn't
early,
you.
almost an hour early, because I wanted to give myself lots of time to eat and everything. And there was a shit show at the kitchen where it took 25 minutes to get my chicken strips. So I was eating as we were walking into the dressing room. I was like,
Oh my god, actually.
Yeah,
fucking
that was
hell, I
funny.
tried. I genuinely tried to give myself half an hour of fucking time for
That
it to sit, you know? But yeah, anyways,
That's nice.
We're gonna wrap it up here.
that was the Sunday League Pundits, the Sunday League
a little bit longer. A
podcast.
lot of Premier League, which I mean,
Hopefully you're okay with. Hopefully you enjoy it. And let us know if you want us to talk about different leagues, different scenarios, different topics.
Also, to the people who say we don't watch anything but the Premier League, we're literally watching City out right now.
Oh,
so
no, this
get
is
off
just a
my
shit
ass.
show.
Liam,
But no, hopefully you guys are enjoying what we're producing, what we're putting out. Hopefully you enjoy the 90th minute in general. Should keep liking, following, subscribing,
sharing.
share.
Yes.
Help us get our name out there. Honestly, it help us a ton. From Greg, from Brett, from Wazzy, and myself, Liam, thank you for watching and listening. It's been yet another week in the beautiful game, and we will see you next time.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.